We're back with another episode.
Welcome back, y'all.
Salutations, ladies and gents.
Our friends,
amigos,
absolutely.
Rotatos. Welcome back to another jam-packed episode of The Face Off with Fleming and Fowler.
Welcome back, y'all. I want to start off the show by saying thank you so very much for all the beautiful birthday messages that y'all sent, hearts and all that good kind of stuff. I really do appreciate it. I had an amazing birthday, and I realized that people actually like me.
That's, you know what?
They like me.
We
they
love
really
positive
like
reinforcement.
Me. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
how was the birthday look? Tell me what you did. Another year older, hotter, wiser.
I won't tell you everything that I did, but I did have a great time. No, I wish, partially. Anyway, never mind. It's neither here nor there. I will just say this. I don't talk about my personal life to my coworkers.
That's how you know it's good.
Exactly. So I had a really great time. Had some friends come in town and went out to eat, ate a bunch. I do not believe in working on my birthday. I think it's against my religion personally. Not. And so, but yeah, just rested, went out to a bunch of restaurants, had a great time, got my booty rubbed on.
Hell yes.
I'm a massage therapist. So that was a great birthday treat, even though I had to pay for it, but whatever, neither here nor there. And yeah, back to reality, man.
Back to life, back to reality. What would you tell your 13-year-old self?
My 13-year-old self? Don't be a physical therapist.
Solid advice.
No, I would really tell my 13-year-old self that. But that's a good question. What would I tell my 13-year-old self? No one is coming to save you. You have to save yourself.
Don't save her.
She don't want to be saved. I do actually want to be saved, but
yeah.
I don't. Yeah, that's what I would tell my 13-year-old self. No one's coming to save you. You have to save yourself.
Wow, deep.
Yeah. What would you tell your 13-year-old self? Since that was like last year.
That was a while ago.
Okay.
I don't know. What do you tell yourself when you're younger? I'm trying to think what was a big deal.
If you knew then, what you know now.
Yeah, like I've always been, it'll be fine. It'll work out fine. You know what? I would say like truly it will be fine. It will be okay. Because I remember my anxiety being so bad. Like
when you were 13?
Like 13 to probably like last year, my anxiety was awful. And if I could just be like, shit will be okay. Like you will be okay. You're fine.
Yeah.
I say that now, like my life could fucking end tomorrow, but yeah, anxiety is such a waste to save more.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, everyone. I would tell myself to fucking invest in Bitcoin if I was 13.
Not necessarily
and then sell it off.
But
buy a Bitcoin, hold it, sell it in 2015 or whenever.
Like, just don't spend your money.
That sounds awful.
No.
Don't spend your money.
Because then I'll be retired by now.
That's true. What could we have had invested in that at 13? Like 20. I was 13 and 20. Oh, I can't even do math right now. Right? Yeah, glass of wine.
Whatever you say is going to be 10 years more for me. So I don't know.
We'll just keep that to ourselves.
Yeah.
13 was like 8th grade, 2008. I could have really fucking bought a Bitcoin in 2008.
So then that was 1998. Then I was 13.
You could invest in Apple or some shit.
Yeah, but Apple, I mean, who really knew about the stock market back then? White people.
Jordan Belfort.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, that's always crazy to think. Another year older, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I love birthdays. I think birthdays kind of show you who really rocks with you. And I think people who take the time out to, whether it's write on your Facebook wall or send you messages or send you gifts and stuff like that. Because I think at a certain age when you expect people to give you gifts when you're like younger, teenager, whatnot, early 20s. But then when you get to a certain age, you just don't even expect people to buy you anything. So when somebody buys you something, you're like, oh, that's so sweet. Like other than like your significant others and stuff like that. But some of your friends, like, do you and your friends do gifts?
We used to do gifts. We would really do like cakes. Like cake was the gift. Like you do a really nice cake. Now we do trips. So we don't do gifts as much anymore. We may do a little gift, but it's mostly a trip.
That's the same thing for me and my friends. Like we used to buy each other like, oh, I saw you eyeballing this or I saw you talking about that, whatever. And we would get gifts, but yeah, now it's just you take a trip. If I fly to come see you, bitch, I am the gift. I am the gift.
That's the gift.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I celebrate my month. Usually, you know what? I've really chilled out this year in my adulthood.
It's because you're old now.
It is. I used to make people celebrate all fucking month long. I was like May 1st, that first weekend, Miami, second, we would just go boom, 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 all month long. I have really chilled out. You're welcome.
See, usually for my birthday, I like to just be left alone.
Really?
Yeah.
That's boring.
I mean, it's not like having the freedom to just be with yourself as you get a year older. I think is priceless. Like getting just that time to reflect on who you are, who you have been, who you would like to be, and just doing that all in a nap is great.
So, the month of May for me means that everyone is obligated to celebrate with me. I can force you to do the things I always have wanted us to do because it's my birthday.
Nah.
We're going ham, we're going out, we're having fun, and you have to do it because it's my birthday.
That's because you're under 30.
No, yeah, I can feel it.
Once that clock strikes,
I feel it
you're going to be done. Trust me.
I feel it coming.
You'll be like, you want to do a birthday dinner? No, let's just order some pizza and stay in the house.
Dude.
What are you doing for your birthday coming up?
I think we're ordering pizza.
Exactly.
I was like, what if we have a sleepover? Have fun.
Listen,
return to childhood.
I am 10 years older than this girl. Literally, by a week, I am 10 years older than her. I'm telling you what you're going. I am your future. I'm telling you what you're doing. I was
like, me plan some shit. It just doesn't feel right.
You just when you pass 30, and I'm not saying this is for everybody, but you get to a point where you're just like, I just want to have a nice, relaxing night where I don't have to think about anything. No bills, no kids, no nothing.
Yeah.
I just want to just relax and something easy. Pizza. I don't have to cook. I don't have to get dressed up.
I literally told my friends the one thing I want for my birthday is for no one to watch the new episode of The Kardashians with, like, before. Then we'll all just eat pizza, and watch it.
That's together. The way to do it. That's the way to do it. Birthdays are not the same.
I will probably end up out somewhere, 100%. But
I'm quite sure.
Ideally, it would be staying in.
Yeah. I
do still have FOMO and am a pushover, so who knows?
I've never had FOMO.
I need one person to be like, should we go out? And that's it. It's done. Yeah. We're going out.
No, I'm the person that's just like, don't you want to go out for your birthday, Monk? No. Mm-hmm. No, I don't.
Man, what is that like to have that resolve?
It's great. I mean, because you don't feel like, and the thing is, I don't feel like I'm not having fun. Like when I'm home with just my friends or whatever the case may be, like I don't feel like I'm missing out.
Mm-hmm. You aren't.
I'm not.
I've done the legwork.
Like legit, when we were supposed to go out, I was supposed to go out with y'all the other week or whatever, the night that you got in your accident.
The night that she was invited to go out, and then she didn't because that's Taylor's oldest fucking time.
No. I actually got sick, and I was going to go to the urgent care, but I didn't. But
convenient.
If that was a valid issue, I was really sick, and I had to leave work early. So, if I had to leave work early. And I got into
a car accident, so it probably was a great night to go out.
Exactly. So, but during that time, it was just like, okay, I lost my train of thought. What were we talking about?
You didn't want to go. Oh, you don't have FOMO.
I don't have FOMO, but yeah, I was supposed to go out with y'all, but even when I don't know, it left.
Even when you said you couldn't, you probably weren't like pressed about it.
No, but you think about it. You got to get dressed, and you got to figure out what you're going to wear. Then you have to deal with parking. Then you have to deal with the weather. Then it's just so many different things that I don't want to deal with.
But okay, that's just things.
Yeah, because even we went one place, to this place where you can take photos and stuff like that. We went there and they were like, oh, park in the parking garage. And you know how I am about paying for parking. I don't believe in it. It's against my religion to pay for parking. But conveniently, the parking garage was right across the street from the place. So nice. All we had to do was walk out and we were right there. So that was convenient. And they validated it and it was only $5.
So you just needed the most convenient experience.
Absolutely. If it's convenient, I'll go.
Okay.
Absolutely.
If it's worth it, I will be inconvened.
Whether it's worth it or not, if it's convenient, I will go. Even if it wastes my time, if it's convenient, I will go.
Interesting.
The problem why I never went out with my cousin when she lived here is because every time she invited me, it was not convenient. It was always paying for parking and looking for I don't like to be inconvenienced. I really don't.
Huh. I need to adopt that mindset.
You do.
Even if it's inconvenient as fuck, I'll be there.
As long as it's convenient. And even if it wastes my time, I won't be mad. Maybe because guess what? I wouldn't have to pay for parking.
29. That's my year to not do shit.
Okay, that's Thursday.
Fuck.
You're almost 30.
I'm not almost 30.
You are almost 30.
Well, I'm 367 days from 30.
Well, you know how they say, like, technically your birthday is celebrated. Like, you're already the year that you just finished. So technically you're finishing your 29th. This is your 29th year that you're finishing. So you're not turning 29.
You're finishing the 29th year.
Exactly.
So
I don't believe that though. Cause I'm like, you're born, you start at 0. You're 0 days old. That's it. Cause you were inside the womb. So that doesn't count.
It doesn't count until I pop out.
Exactly. Until you take your first breath here on land. But anyway, how was your week otherwise?
My car got totaled. So that's fucking great. I don't know if anyone knows this, but it's a horrible time to try to buy a car. Interest rates are through the roof. So we're going to let go and let God of that one. I'm popping off to Europe in like 2 weeks. So I'm not even fucking worried about it till I get back.
I love, you know who you remind me of? Well, you never
The
watched
best
the
person
series.
you ever met?
No, definitely not. But Sinclair James from Living Single.
God.
There was this episode where Regine got robbed in the subway or whatever, and so she was like, "Oh, all my credit cards are like maxed out, blah blah blah." And so Sinclair was like, "Well, now you can start back at zero." And, and Khadijah, Queen Latifah's character, says, "I wish I lived in your world." Like, I love how carefree you are, and you're just like, "I'm going to Europe for a month. I'll deal with that when I get back."
My whole life, everybody keeps asking me questions, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to Europe for a month, so we're just gonna have to deal with it when I get back.
Yeah.
I refuse to deal with anything until I come back from this trip.
Well, the thing is, you were just like, "Yeah, my AC might be broken, but we're gonna deal with that. I don't care."
We're gonna cross that bridge when we get there. As my friend Katie says, we're gonna worry about that tomorrow.
Right.
But yeah, other than that, I guess it's fine. We've been fucking slinging and banging at work because
Yeah.
I don't have PTO, so I have to actually work.
I don't think you've ever had PTO.
I've never had it, but now I really don't have it.
Yeah.
I don't even have the option.
Yeah, because if you don't work, you don't eat, literally.
Yeah, I haven't been eating.
Well, I mean, you take Vyvanse. Have they put the amphetamines back in your Vyvanse yet?
Hey, my Vyvanse is kicking. It's shit's spicy.
Really? Okay, good.
Yeah,
I'm glad.
like, can't
for everybody
sleep.
who takes Vyvanse, I'm
Can't
glad that they
sleep,
put it back
can't
in
eat.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see that TikTok of that girl who hadn't been on Vyvanse and she finally took a 50 milligram again, and she ended up doing like a dog photo shoot because that's all she could focus on.
Oh, Jesus.
She just shows like 20 pictures of her dog, but she's like, if you're my boss, you didn't see this.
Oh, my gosh.
Anyway, no, yeah, the meth is back in the Vyvanse.
The meth.
We are
Okay.
good.
Wow, interesting. I'll tell you what else is good besides your birthday being this week. It is Fowler's birthday week. My birthday week
Tell
is
me you
over.
love me.
We love you sometimes. Anyway, but I'll tell you what else is coming out. Actually, it's the day after your birthday.
The day after my birthday. My birthday at midnight.
Yeah, technically.
So-
Yeah. So this week, The Little Mermaid is actually going to be out in theaters starting May the 26th, starring
Woohoo!
Halle Bailey and Melissa McCartney. And I don't know who else is in the movie, but that's all I know. Those two.
If I can find the picture of me dressed as Ariel when
Please
I was
post
a
it.
child,
You have to post it.
if I can find it, I'll post it. It's
Yeah.
just, I just need everyone to see the difference in the mesh from the mesh skin tone to my skin tone. And that'll tell you how happy I am to see this movie.
Well, here's the thing about The Little Mermaid. The Little Mermaid is not for Gen Z, and it's not for these little kids. What are they called?
These little tykes running around.
these little kids in these little Ariel outfits.
It's for us.
It's-
FUBU.
Okay, well, not you. Why
not me?
Because you weren't an 80s baby.
I'm on the cusp.
No, you're not. You're 1994, and that's not on the cusp. This movie is for all I would even give 70s babies. I will give them this.
Oh my God.
But the Little Mermaid is for all 80s babies out there.
When did it come out? You
I
don't
don't
even
know.
know. You don't even know. You're talking shit. You don't even know.
No, I'm talking the truth. It came out in the late 80s, early 90s, something like that. Probably the late 80s. I still have my
89.
VHS.
It was barely the 80s.
Yeah.
80 fucking 9 is when it came
But
out.
I was old enough to understand what was going on. Is the
Okay,
point.
okay.
Thank you. But this is not a movie for your kids. So this is a movie for adults. So I don't want no parents in the theaters complaining that 30 and 40-year-olds are in the theaters taking up the seats because this movie is for us. It is not for y'all's little kids. They don't even know these songs. They don't even know about Triton's Girls. They have no clue what's going on
Bangers.
about the storyline. That's all I'm saying.
Her sisters, the song Her Sisters Do, that's a banger.
Absolutely.
Also,
Kiss the Girls. Come on.
Is there a theater, like an 18 plus situation? I don't want kids in this theater.
I
when
don't want
go to
kids
see
in the
this
theater
movie.
either, because I don't think they should be. I don't want you asking questions. I don't want you trying to sit.
No crying, no fucking loud snack
No.
sharing. I don't want you singing, like, no.
This is a millennial experience, and we need to have our experience.
Where can
They
we
need
do
to have a little kiddie section, like another theater just for kids,
I
and
need,
one
like,
for millennials.
after 7 p.m., 18 over.
Absolute, no, not even 18. Over 28.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you
Over
for
30. Over 30.
I'll pull out my fake ID. I'm like 32 with that shit.
Allegedly, she does not have a fake ID. She would never
I
do
wouldn't
that.
even if I did. I wouldn't tell you people.
Yeah, absolutely not. But yeah, this this movie is not for little kids. It's just not. And we love Halle. I did see they had the premiere. I think it was last week, and she just looked gorgeous.
Dude,
and
everything she's been
regal
wearing. I love how everything she's wearing. It's like, you know how Zendaya, every time she does a Spider-Man premiere, she wears like something spidery on her. Okay, and then she's doing
Shouts
it
out
too
to
with
La
the
Roche.
yes, she's doing it with the seashells and shit. I love it. Love to see it.
Yeah, she looked absolutely beautiful, and I love her interaction with the kids because this is now the kid that, this new generation's, that's their Ariel. We didn't have a live action Ariel. No. Like, some of us knew who, what's her name? Jodie. I want to say Jodie Benson, but I don't think that's
Jodie Messina, but that's
yeah, it's Jodie something. Anyway, but we didn't have a live action Ariel, and so it was just to the theater, straight to VHS, and you watch the VHS. I still have the VHS tape.
Did you see the comments that the new Flounder looks like he's on Ozempic?
I cannot. Oh, why does he look? Because
his face is all gaunt and shit,
and his body's big.
No, it's just he looks like in the face.
Oh, I don't like the accent of the Sebastian.
Is he Caribbean?
I think he is. He's a black guy, but he doesn't sound.
He doesn't sound like
whoever played the original Sebastian sounds more Caribbean than this other guy. Like, the accent is just not.
They were
there.
like, "Hey, tone it down."
Right. Like,
Ariel's already black. We don't need you to do all that
with locks. But yeah, I think. But even to me, like, I really wish they would have casted either Queen Latifah or Lizzo as Ursula. Because Queen Latifah actually played Ursula in the live action on stage.
I remember. She did good.
And the Ariel, whoever that girl was, horrible. You couldn't sing. I'm putting it out there and I don't care. But Lizzo, I think, would have been an amazing Ursula. Man. Like, even the laugh that her regular laugh. Her laugh now, her regular laugh sounds just like Ursula's laugh. So I love that. But anyway.
Obviously, you can tell we're very excited about this movie.
We definitely are. What were you telling me about? No, let's start here first before we even do that. Graduation season is among us right now. Speaking of kind of like the new season, new Ariel and all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. College graduation as well as high school graduation is among us now. And it's amazing to see every single year how graduations bring people closer together. But also too, they divide us in a way. So,
I'm divided. Let me tell you why. I told you I had to sit through my cousin's graduation at UT.
Yeah.
She had this nerdy ass, like, astrophysicist, whoever the fuck, biochemist. Oh, that was her commencement speaker. And then across the campus, the guy from Top Gun was the communications commencement speaker.
Not fair.
That's not fair. I would have loved to see Glenn Powell in the flesh speaking to the people, and instead I got Bill Nye the Science Guy, and I'm pissed. So I'm not a big fan of commencement speakers.
Who did you have for your commencement speaker? Who did you have for your commencement speaker from OT school? Do you remember?
I couldn't even tell you.
Really?
No, I have no recollection.
I had Susan B. Taylor.
Susan B. Anthony.
Susan B. Taylor. She was the editor-in-chief of Essence magazine.
Oh, that's cool.
And she was was she at my undergrad? No, we had the guy his mom was a politician from South Florida. And I was like, I see this dude at Publix. What the fuck? I don't want him. It wasn't Kilpatrick, not Kwame Kilpatrick. It was, I can't remember his name. Anyway, I didn't pay attention the whole time because I was ready to go.
I was all
and as you all know, like when you graduate from college, obviously they graduate from bachelor's to master's to doctorate. Well, of course, us as doctorates, we were way in the back. And I was just like, how many more names are they going to call? God damn. It was way too many people. Way too many people graduated.
Dude, I'm used to being Fowler, Fleming.
Yeah.
So I'm always at the front. Well, when we did my undergrad graduation, it's just by college.
College, absolutely.
And you just give them your card. We were there. Yeah. So as soon as they called my name, and thankfully I was in the like bullshit portion of natural sciences, not like the real part where chemistry.
You call it bullshit?
I know what it was because, and I didn't remember until I went. My cousin graduated chemistry. I didn't remember until I went to her graduation because I was like, mine was not this big because we're all natural sciences.
Exactly.
But hers was like chemistry, biochem, biology, like neuroscience, all the actual shit. Mine was like textiles and apparel and human development, family science. That was my little pod. So it was really quick. And after they called my name, I got the fuck out. Hers took forever.
Yeah, we had for graduate school, we had pharmacy, health science, PT, OT, and all that shit. We had education, I think it was, and something else, but it was a lot of people there. Pharmacy alone, FAMU graduates a lot of pharmacy students, like every semester, a shit ton of pharmacy students. But yeah, we were way in the back. We were the last school. I was just like, can we go? I packed snacks in like I had this little pouch or whatever.
Of course you had snacks.
Of course, I had to. Who's surviving a graduation? Like, I'd be, man.
St. Aug our graduation was tiny because it was baby school.
Gotcha.
That was nice, but it was Texas in the summer, so it was hot as shit.
Yeah, we had to hood ourselves. We didn't get up on stage and hood each other. We hooded ourselves at the seat, but it was great though. But I do like graduation season because People have all these crazy outfits, man. Like people are like, oh, let's do a fit check.
Remember
like,
last year when the girl was naked?
She was we won't say what's going on. Wrong
at Shmam Shmoo
at A&M University. Yeah, but she didn't graduate like that. She just took pictures, which I'm like, whatever. I mean, you know what I think though too, when students want to do stuff, I feel like the way that society has changed, kids want to be more free to do what they want to do and be who they are, right?
Individualistic.
And I don't think that we should shun that. Now, while I think that it was very distasteful to be naked on a university campus, especially an HBCU, I don't think that her intent behind it was impure. So much like the same where it's still prom season for those that are still in high school or whatever, and prom is still going on. There have been some schools that have been in the news lately that are very controversial because they're telling students, oh, if you dress this particular way or provocative, you will not be let into prom. And I'm like, y'all, it's prom.
It's 2023.
Like, it's 2023. Like, I wore a tablecloth to my prom, okay? And no, I will not be showing pictures. But
like,
let these kids dress how they want to.
Maybe you can't wear like titty tassels and a
Why
candy
not?
thong.
Why not?
That may be inappropriate.
I don't think... While I agree that it is inappropriate, I still think you should allow kids to wear it because it's a one-night event that these kids get a chance to be themselves without the restrictions of the school. Now, I'm not saying let kids come in there and drink, smoke, and have sexual orgies or nothing like that. But you wearing a little pasty top or something where your boobs are showing or you got on or something is see-through, I think you should allow kids to just wear it. They're not wearing it to class. It's a formal event.
So I don't have kids, obviously. So I don't know how this changes because I feel like people, when they actually have kids, a lot of their opinions change. But I've always been of the mindset of like, anyone can wear anything. Just teach your child how to be fucking respectful to other people and not make them feel uncomfortable or make them feel inappropriate in what they're wearing, like within reason. Did I just go out?
No.
Am I being called up to heaven? What the fuck was that? I just saw this light like, phoom.
Are you having a stroke right now?
I guess.
Listen. Smile. Okay, you're good.
I'm fine.
Put your eyebrows up. You're good. Okay. Shrug your shoulders. Had to double check and make sure.
Like, what do you mean?
911.
Anyway, so I don't know. I feel like you can wear whatever you want. I mean, but also people are getting so creative now. When I was in high school, you had like 2 places you could go get prom dresses.
True.
And that was it.
Very
now
true.
you can get them custom made or you can get them from everywhere.
I got my prom dress from Dillard's. And it was a tablecloth is what I'm saying.
Dillard's.
Like the pattern was literally a tablecloth. And then I had the nerve to have the matching shawl.
You're going to tell me, like, if my parents say I can wear it, I can fucking wear it.
That's
you tell
what
me
I'm
I can't show up to prom, fuck off.
It's a formal event that's not held on school grounds. Why aren't kids allowed to wear what they want to wear? It's a one-time thing.
I feel like this was even a thing, maybe not when I was in high school, maybe a little after, but like, or before. But girls wearing tuxes to prom, that was the whole thing. And like, if you were a girl, you couldn't wear a suit to prom.
That's rooted in homophobia.
Thank you. I agree.
I wish
I would rock the fuck out of a lady tux.
Man, I wish our style back in the early 2000s, I graduated in 2002, whatever. I wish that our style was that I could have wore a tuxedo. We had one girl in our class. We're friends on like social media. Shouts out to Marilyn. This girl, she wore a beautiful like mint green kind of dress, but she had a matching like Beyonce hat before Beyonce did it with the big black hat.
Really?
Like, that to me was one of the most stylish outfits of our prom that night.
Wow.
And it was her outfit was beautiful. If I can find it, I'll because I think I have a picture of it in my photo album.
I think my prom dress was also from Dillard's. Now that you say that, one of them was from David's Bridal, but one of them was from Dillard's.
Like people weren't getting stuff custom made. I mean, Marilyn got hers custom made, but people weren't wearing like custom made dresses back then because the fashion and where it was not there.
But
Plus,
also,
who had money for that?
Instagram didn't exist.
Exactly.
Like my shit got posted on Facebook, no one fucking saw it.
We didn't even have Facebook to post anything. So if you weren't there, you didn't see the dress.
We're not playing on the same fields, all right?
And we still had, I don't even think digital cameras were out like that.
Oh, God.
Because we still had film. Like people bought the disposable cameras. And I remember I had to change the film, open up the back of my camera, put the film in there, feed it in.
The ghetto.
And I had to get my film developed in 2002.
Does it gross you out that now people are doing that to be like, nostalgic, eclectic, let's bring it back.
But it's the same way my parents felt when we were like, ooh, bell bottoms, capris, gauchos, stuff like that.
Treat yourself.
Treat yourself.
A gaucho. I haven't heard the word gaucho in a hot ass minute. It was a gaucho, a ballet flat, and like a glittery sequin purse. That's what I remember.
No, I had a purse. I definitely had a purse. 'Cause I fell at prom. Yeah, I talked about that
You
last year.
fell at prom?
I did, yeah. Because again, fashion where it was, I wore stockings to prom. And that could be too
Cut
because
off your damn circulation.
well, no, like regular pantyhose. They were like compression stockings.
Oh, who wears pantyhose?
I did. I don't know why, but
Did you wear panties with your pantyhose?
Yes, that doesn't replace your drawers.
You had so many layers on.
Listen, when I was going to church, my mama used to put us. We had we had
God.
drawers, bras, a girdle, a slip, and some stockings.
Nothing was getting to. That's the chastity if I've ever heard of it.
Yeah,
Jeez Louise.
it's probably why I wild out in college. Anyway, neither here nor there. I won't put y'all in my business. Anywho, speaking of like prom and beauty standards and stuff like that, have you seen lately that there's been a lot of, well, not a lot, but quite a few celebrities who are getting their toes redone?
I saw something about that online and like I thought free feet pics, but then I saw that they were fucked up toes, so I kept scrolling.
So Tokyo Styles was the recent. She's a known rapper from Florida, but I think she lives in Atlanta. But she may be from Atlanta. No, she's actually from Florida. She's from Florida. Anyway, Tokyo Styles, who's a rapper, she actually just got her feet redone, and she posted pics on social media, and her feet looked very challenging. As like she had a few corns on there, but she was talking about the
foot corns.
I think it's just pressure points from like your shoes.
Okay.
Like your feet constantly being in shoes that either
Why are they called corns?
I don't know. Because they probably, I mean, no, they don't look like a corn.
Thick, hardened layers of skin that develop.
It's just a callus.
It's a callus. And
Yeah.
then why do they call it a corn?
I don't know. Somebody was probably trying to be funny.
Your feet got corns.
I was going to say, ask Siri why we call corns.
Hold on. I'm already on the hold on. I'll say corns versus calluses. This is the important information that our fans need to hear.
Absolutely. Have you ever had a corn on your foot?
Fuck you.
No, I'm asking. That's a real question.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. Corns are fine.
Do you have a corn now?
No.
Oh, why were you so defensive about it? As if I was like picking
Do I
at
look
you.
like a bitch with foot corns?
You could be.
I very well
Anybody could
be.
get corns.
Anybody could get corns. Corns and calluses. Okay.
I started to develop one when I was in middle school.
They're caused by
I
pressure,
don't have any now.
friction. Where'd you get them, on the top of your foot?
No, I just had one on my pinky toe. Like, you can't, I mean, you can see, it just looks like I have vitiligo on my pinky toe. Like, it's just a little spot.
Interesting.
But it started to develop, and then I put those little cushion pads on there, because my pinky toe always be burning in shoes.
Oh, there's pictures. A soft corn, a seed corn.
You're supposed to be asking why we call it a corn.
Why? What the fuck? Oh, corn versus callus. Great. There's
It
a
looks
PowerPoint.
like a kernel.
So a corn is a small, round, well-defined callus. It's usually on the toes and non-weight-bearing areas of the feet, usually painful when pressed. A callus is large and more diffuse. They vary in size, usually on weight-bearing areas.
I love how we're getting the anatomy of corns.
Oh, these toes are fucked.
But it comes from like, because even, okay, so my grandma, she's 99 years old, right? Mm-hmm. So my grandmother was born in 1924. And when she was, when she was a kid, she talks about all the time, my grandmother had really bad, she had bad experiences with her feet because, of course, in 1924, there wasn't a lot of money and stuff like that, which there's none now. But anyway.
But I'll still have some good shoes on.
Exactly. So she was talking about how her mom used to have to basically buy her shoes that were too small because that's all they could afford. So a lot of times her toes were curled over. And so my grandmother has really big feet. Like she wears a size, I think 12.
Oh
so
my gosh.
Yeah, she has really big feet. So, and her toes are much longer too. So imagine somebody stuffing your foot in shoes. Because even remember they used to do that too, like back in the day for a lot of Asians.
Bind your feet.
They would bind your feet and so so your feet would be small.
Crazy practice.
It's, I mean, I wouldn't call it crazy. I think it's unique to them and
it's
unorthodox to us.
I will say it's just crazy to think that your body can do that.
Exactly.
Is what I mean.
Exactly.
That you can live like you know when they take their shoes off, but their feet stay that way?
Yeah.
That's crazy to me.
Exactly.
To think that can happen to your body.
But yeah, so even there's some other people who got their toes done and shaved down. So Tokyo Styles was recently in the news and she shared the pictures. Sierra got her feet redone. Not redone, but she got some, I think one of the tarsals taken out or metatarsals taken out.
To shrink her?
To shorten the toe. Because too, remember.
I wonder how that fucks up her dancing.
Okay, but I think that's what it is. Claudia Jordan did the same thing because most people, I won't say most people, there are some people out there who have a really like their regular big toe, right? But then the next two toes are much longer than the big toe. Is your second toe longer than your first toe?
Hell yeah, it is.
See, mine are not. My big toe is my longest toe.
I was royalty in a past life.
Definitely not.
No, you don't think?
No.
Okay, well, fuck you.
I'm just saying.
Whatever.
I mean, my toes...
Agree to disagree.
My toes go in a slant, so it goes from the top down like that. But I don't have different varying lengths of my toes.
Well, I like to keep it spicy over here. I've been told I have nice feet. Thank you very much.
No, you can definitely have nice feet, even if they don't match.
Red right now. I need to elevate a bit.
Yeah, but I think too, from a physical therapy standpoint, I think getting your toes kind of evened out probably helps with your gait or your ability to walk. I'm quite sure. And because when you walk, you're supposed to go heel to toe and toe off, but you can't toe off on your big toe if your freaking other other two toes are in
longer.
the way. Yeah.
I always feel bad for my toe patients because I'm like, yeah, you're fine. Like, it's a toe. You're good. But it's probably traumatic.
Well, then you got to buy a much longer shoe or a much bigger shoe than you probably would normally have to buy. And it's just those two toes. And if they keep hitting up against your shoe.
I'm not a blister callus girl, so that probably, like, I hate them. I'm
only if I wear, like, low top Chuck Taylors. And it's not a dig at Chuck Taylors because I love Chuck Taylors. But every time I wear low top.
You call them Chuck Taylors?
Yeah, Chucks.
They're Converse.
No, they're Chucks.
They're Converse.
Okay, this is the difference between a millennial and a Gen Z. Please let us know in the comments if you call Chuck Taylors Chucks or if you call them Converses.
They're Converse.
They're Chucks.
Okay. Did you play basketball in them? Is that why you call them Chucks?
No, you'll have your foot amputated. I'm not that old. We had Jordans and stuff, but no, Chucks are definitely for fashion right now. But yeah, if I wear the low tops, it scrubs on my pinky toe. But if I wear the high tops, they don't, which is kind of weird.
What is getting their toes done involve? Like, are they straightening them out? Or are they shortening them?
I think they're shortening the longer part, like taking maybe a metatarsal out or
and just bringing it down.
A dip or a pip.
Probably the dip. No, maybe you take it from the middle.
The MIP. If it's a MIP, middle, if it's
I would take. Hey, I'm not a surgeon.
The middle interphalangeal something, whatever. It's the MIP. Anyway, look it up.
We passed the boards.
We passed our boards. We don't have to talk to you about anatomy. Anyway. But yeah, I think it's that they're doing. And also too, but it looks painful though.
Your feet, that's all your feet. Your patas.
Yeah, seriously. Well, I'll tell you who else is probably in pain. And this kind of conspiracy, especially with feet. Beyonce. Y'all know Beyonce is currently on tour overseas for the Renaissance tour, and people have been speculating that she may have had some type of foot surgery.
What?
That's why she's not really wearing heels and not really dancing and walking across the stage and stuff. And I'm just like,
but what about her little doot 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 doot? Everyone's talking about that little bumblebee dance she did.
Well, yeah, I mean, you could do that real easy in some flats, but I mean, I think
at least she didn't cancel the tour. Y'all should just be happy y'all got a fucking tour.
Here's the thing that I don't understand about Beyonce fans. I think y'all need to pipe down. And the reason why I say that is because this is why Rihanna is not giving y'all no new music, because y'all are just so difficult to please.
Give her an inch, take a mile.
Y'all yell at Beyonce, we need new music, Beyonce. She gives you a whole album. Beyonce, this ain't the album we was talking about. You better give us some visuals. Then she give you a little peek at the visuals. We need a tour. She gives you a tour. She ain't bouncing around the stage. Then she gets on the stage. Well, she better, her dances are this and that. What do you want from this lady? What do you want? This is why she don't come out the house already.
This is why.
And this is why Rihanna is not going to give y'all another album. She's going to
go radio silent again after this tour.
And I hope she does, because y'all are so mean. Like, she need to be doing this and she need to be doing it.
Did you see Natalia Bryant is a intern on the tour? How cool.
I did see that.
What a cool internship.
Did see that.
Instagram's back?
Yeah.
Y'all, Instagram was down earlier today. It was crazy.
How are we supposed to get our evidence-based material for the show?
Couldn't refresh a feed. Couldn't do shit. I've never been more upset in my life.
I did see that, what's her name? Danny Lay, I guess, was like not a choreographer or something like that. People were like, whatever. I was like, damn, y'all can't be happy for the girl.
Who is the girl who did she's always doing the heel dances and she does the like crown. Oh my gosh, what is her name? She's the choreographer who does all the dancing in heels and the stilettos and
you're not talking about Fatima?
No. And she's kind of, I want to say she's mixed, like black and Asian.
Did she do the choreography for Rihanna, that girl? No.
What the fuck is her name?
Not Beyonce's choreographer, right? Ashley?
No.
I don't know.
It doesn't matter. Anyway, she's on it too. We got a whole cast of new people on this tour.
Yeah, and I think it's wonderful. I think, this album for Renaissance was made for the LGBTQ plus community.
I think so.
And I think Beyonce is representative, because people were talking about, like, it was some conspiracy that her old dancers, specifically Ashley, who's like her lead dancer, that she wasn't going to be on the tour and stuff. And then there was something about that she was like, well, we're kind of like not on a break for the summer, but she was like, yeah, we don't, the dates, some some dates are starting in October, which is when Beyonce comes, I guess, back in the United States or something. I don't fucking know. Anyway, y'all just leave Beyonce alone. God damn.
She's busy spending $200 million on a new house.
Why do we know stuff like that?
I don't know. People are really interested. I guess
I'm a billionaire.
I'm interested, but
she's a billionaire. Why would you expect her to buy a $300,000 house?
I wouldn't. Maybe for her guests.
Probably not even that. It's gonna be probably a good. Listen, if you saw the house that Stedman was in during COVID,
I would want to stay in that. Changed things for me. I do remember that.
I'm like, that's your guest house. Interesting. That's a mansion in itself. Good night. But speaking of celebrities and stuff, and how y'all just need to leave people alone. What were we talking about Taylor Swift, especially being on tour?
I am not a Swiftie. I'm not a self-proclaimed Swiftie. Never have been.
Okay.
I don't know if that will change.
Gotcha.
But what I do appreciate is a professional ass bitch.
Okay.
She had a concert this last week.
Yeah.
It was not an outdoor venue, but a roofless venue.
Okay.
Horrible, crazy rain. They got rain. They got stuck in place for like 4 hours.
Oh, geez.
She ended up coming, and like everyone had to kind of skedaddle to the covered parts of it because it was so bad, and they were just kind of chilling out. And she ended up coming out performing anyway. Went past curfew, had to pay all the fines. Performed for like 3.5 hours, and I was like, you know what? That I do appreciate.
Absolutely.
In the midst of like, I feel like a lot of concerts get canceled. Lil Wayne just walked off stage because he was like, "Fuck y'all." Did you
y'all ain't
that?
dancing hard enough.
He was like, "This ain't the vibe I want," and I'm fucking out. You know what I mean? And I think her whole fan base is this weird subculture, like weird meaning I don't even understand it. Couldn't even try. They have all these secret things, and like that's such a cool.
I feel like the Beehive has the same thing. I feel like every like celebrity, like the Barbs, the Beehive, I feel like all of them have the same thing.
Yes, but I've never seen it like I have seen it with Taylor Swift.
Really?
Like, they're all wearing friendship bracelets. They all trade them at the concerts with each other. There's parts of the songs that everyone knows that aren't actually part of the song. It's part of this like just weird subculture that everyone in the crowd knows, but it doesn't have to do anything with.
That's scary.
It's shit like that. They're all wearing the different like it's a lot.
That's scary.
You have to do like a didactic, you know,
a dissertation in order to be a part of it?
just to go and be at this concert. So I don't know. I like that. She was like, y'all are here. You put in all this effort. Even if it's raining, let's fucking do the show.
Well, because I think, too, like, when people perform or, like, when you pay money to come and see an artist, and let's say they don't get on stage for whatever reason, people like to freak out. And I totally get it. People are flying into town. They're taking off work. That's PTO. They bought all this stuff, outfits and whatnot. They've gotten babysitters, whatever the case may be. So us as the consumers, we've done a lot, excuse me, to ensure that we can show up to the concert, but also, too, the performer themselves have done a lot. And I know people sometimes get mad, like when somebody say, oh, well, the promoter fell through. When they say a promoter fell through, they're not talking about just, oh, they failed to promote this. No, they're talking about their money. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, they deserve to get paid. They have the luxury now of getting paid before they perform. But at the same time, you wouldn't go to work for 2 weeks and then your boss tell you, well, we don't have your check right now, but we still need you to come in for the next 2 weeks and work.
Absolutely
like what?
Not.
Now, Lauryn Hill, that's a different story now, ma'am, because you be late all the time, and I don't care how much you need to send in your chakras, bitch. I promise you I won't come to none of your concerts, and you start at goddamn 2 o'clock in the morning, and I've been standing my fat ass there since 7 o'clock p.m. Hell, fuck no.
Amen.
You won't get my money no more.
I would do it for Lauryn Hill one time. You get one time.
No, you ain't even gonna get one time to waste my. Listen, I just turned whatever age I turned. I'm not doing it. Okay. I'm over 30.
Not for Lauryn Hill.
I'm not.
I love that album though.
I love Lauryn Hill, but there is no way you are ever going to get me to pay for a ticket, even if I didn't pay for it. I'm not having my time wasted.
It's not a waste if you're waiting to hear it.
No, it is. Because if your concert, I'm sorry, if Tyler Perry can start plays on time, if Beyonce can start her concerts on time, who the rest of y'all? So I'm saying, who the rest of y'all?
She's aligning her chakras, and I don't know how that works.
You need to hurry up and align your chakras the night before if you know you got to be there on time. People have said, "Oh, well, I went to a concert and it started at 7 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock at night, and this person didn't get on stage till 2 a.m."
That's a little much.
Man, please, y'all done lost y'all damn mind to be sitting there.
Well, that's why you don't show up on time, because you're just gonna get the openers.
No, don't lie and say that your concert started at 7 o'clock. I be sleepy anyway, and I'm not gonna go. But anyway, speaking of other celebrities and kind of just crazy stuff that's been going on, you know how like, what are your feelings and your thoughts on celebrities that announce their pregnancies?
I could give a shit, but
okay, I didn't expect that to go that way.
okay. like, good for you. I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
But I'm not a celebrity, if that wasn't evident. So I'm sure there's some kind
You're a
of
celebrity to our supporters.
Thank you. I'm sure you have to, if you're going, either have to make the decision to announce or not to announce. And when you make the decision to announce, you have to do it a certain way, PR wise, you know?
So are you a person that when a celebrity announces their pregnancy, do you comment on their page?
I need everyone to listen to me right now and hear what I'm saying. Will never comment on a celebrity's social media. It is so weird to me.
It is. Because 9 times out of 10, they're not going to see it.
I understand that celebrity social media is kind of like just like a bulletin on MySpace. Like you can just post shit to it. No one's going to see it. It's really inconsequential. Like I get it. So many people are posting on it. You want to share your love, support, whatever. That's fucking weird to me. Unless I'm super fucking motivated or it's a contest or something. Like I'll comment on my friends' stuff, but that's people I know personally.
But I think it's a difference between celebrity, like commenting on a celebrity's post and an influencer's post, because they are not the same.
That is true.
And so I think people comment on celebrities' posts assuming and getting them confused as if they're an influencer. I
would comment on an influencer's post.
Yes, but not a celebrity. And there was a difference.
I don't think I have ever. Someone's gonna like go run through my shit, but I really don't think I've ever commented on.
Secure your burner page.
Yeah, go get my Finsta.
Right. Well,
so
I think no. So this past week, gospel singer Kiera Shear Kelly, she announced that she was pregnant, and she announced it through with her and her husband Jordan are having a baby. And they announced it through People magazine, and they released the photos and everything like that.
What a flex, you know?
Well, I thought it was amazing, but I think the purpose of her doing it that way, and this is only me assuming, I don't know Kiera Sheard, never met her, okay, so I don't know her. This is only me assuming as a consumer of her music, and as a silent supporter. I think she was doing it because she released and talked about how she had fertility issues and how she had suffered 2 miscarriages, and then she also talked openly about how she had to have a surgery because she had an ectopic pregnancy, right? And so people were like, some of the social media outlets, some of the more famous ones like Baller Alert and Shade Room and stuff like that posted it, and people were just in the comments like, I mean, so what? She having a baby. People have babies all the time. Who cares? Like, who gives a fuck? And I'm just like,
people.
Like the energy that it takes for y'all to comment on people's stuff. I wish I had that energy because I could be more productive in my own personal life. Like for professional things that actually build money. Like y'all are giving away energy for free.
Which, I don't know what's weirder. Is it weirder to comment on a celebrity post or to just read all the comments on a celebrity post?
I think reading is harmless because you're having a dialogue with yourself.
Yeah, it's kind of voyeuristic. I like it. I just need to know what people are saying. But I've never fixed my fingers to type anything because I'm like, for what? For fucking what? They're never going to read it. Yeah. What the fuck is my opinion to this person anyway?
Exactly. And I think I've only commented one time on like Miss Pat's page when she did the bloopers, and there was you could audibly hear her daughter laughing when she fell on set, and I was like, now your daughter didn't have to laugh at you like that. That was the most I did. And I think Amanda Seales posted something on her story, and I just I was like, oh my gosh, Amanda, this is amazing. That's it. I wasn't like, Amanda did not respond to me. How dare she? First of all, Amanda does not know I exist.
Right.
Like, that's it.
Do you think people do it for clout, for attention, like they want likes on whatever comment they're making?
No, I think people are really mentally ill. I really do.
People are fucked up in that.
They're fucked up in that because somebody posts something that's amazing and congratulatory. I mean, this woman is saying that her and her husband suffered 2 miscarriages and are now in a healthy pregnancy, and she just wanted to announce how God has been continuing to bless her. You're just like, fuck you and your husband and your baby, bitch. What? And I don't get how y'all
what's so crazy?
It's mental illness.
I would never post a comment on Instagram, but if I took my ass over to TikTok, I feel like that's free range for everybody. The comments on TikTok are just
unhinged,
feral, unhinged. You know when you see a video and it makes no sense, and you go straight to the comments because you're like, I know people are talking shit in these fucking comments, and that doesn't weird me out because to me a TikTok comment is just like free range. You can say whatever you want in a TikTok comment, but if you fix your fucking fingers to say some shit on Instagram, I'm judging the fuck out of you.
I agree because you know how there are times where you're thinking it and then you go
someone else already fucking said it.
And immediately as soon as you see the comment, you're like, I'm not going to hell with you. Nope.
And the best comment, always the top one, is like, I took my ass straight to the comments.
That's It's like this one video I saw where this lady was like, for all you ladies out there, stop coming to my man's inbox. And the lady, beauty's in the eye of the beholder, okay? And so people were like, runs full speed ahead, Olympic speed to the comments.
Which is so weird because it's the same thing. It's someone you don't know posting something for the world. There's an open comics, but there's something so formal about Instagram and so informal about TikTok.
Yes, very true. Because TikTok is really a kids app, and that's why.
It's for the kids.
Yeah, but I just think people, like grown people, like you can click on this person's comment and be like, you're a grown ass person in this world.
That's
and
my
you
shit
comment
too.
on
And it's
stuff.
always the people who comment about like looks or money or all the men who fix their mouth to be like, she ain't shit. She only wants
She's
to
a bit ass bitch.
And you click on their page. You ain't shit, sir. With your big ass fucking forehead and your jacked ass fucking teeth. Well, you ain't shit.
But then too, it's the women sometimes that are like, if you see a happy, loving relationship, like not all of us have done this. You see somebody in a relationship and you're just like, there we go, love, fuck yeah. But you said it to yourself. Then people are on people's Instagram, you know your boyfriend gay, right? He's spicy. It doesn't, even if he is,
at least
who
I got
cares?
a boyfriend, man.
Like, I don't understand what.
People
You know you fat, right? I think that person takes their clothes off every day and they see the roles. They are accepting. It's almost kind of like the Lizzo effect. How people feel the need to always bring Lizzo's name into every conversation about beauty. They could be talking about, well, yeah, the standards of beauty, Kim Kardashian, da-da-da-da. And then you got Lizzo over here. And it's like, Lizzo is minding her black ass, beautiful business. And y'all just feel the need to bring her up in conversation in a negative light. Nobody talks about the fact that
because
this
she
girl
gave a face to being big and black and beautiful and being
and
proud
being confident.
of it and confident of it. And they're like, so that's the girl.
Exactly.
That's the one we can pull.
Even with what's her name, Amber
Heard.
Rose.
Definitely
not Amber Heard. Amber Rose came out and was like, slut walk. Now I believe Amber Rose is a beautiful woman, beautiful body, right? And people are still talking shit about her. And I'm like, if people can talk shit about beautiful Amber Rose in this quote unquote social media-esque body type, Lizzo is definitely gonna be like free game.
My thing with Amber Rose shit is Amber Rose was doing Amber Rose, and y'all were like, she's a slut, she's a whore, she's a gold digger. So she was like, you know what? I am a slut, I am a whore, I am all these things, and we're gonna take that and we're gonna take it to the streets.
See, we knew it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna profit off of it. And you're like, oh, I can't believe this fucking profiting ass slut and
she's
whore.
A mom. How dare she be saying she's a slut?
And then she was a good
mom,
and she's with her son all the time. Y'all she cannot fucking win.
These celebrities cannot win. Even to Harry and Meghan, somebody came out, their PR was
their
like,
car chase that they just did.
But the wording that the media uses, okay, I've never agreed with former President Trump, right? With 45. Never agreed with him. More until they said fake news. Goddamn. The media is just near catastrophic accident. What does that mean? And then people are, that's how they got his mom. That's how they got it. They trying to kill Harry.
And then all the people who saw it were like, it was not catastrophic.
It's the paparazzi. If anything, they're standing around you. So did they try to kill you, or did your car almost run them over because they in the way? Now, I get it. I would run the paparazzi over too, because they're annoying as hell. Plus, also too, I do believe that the paparazzi is a huge hazard for accidents, because all them damn flashes in the face of your driver, he can't fucking see, he gonna run into something. So I totally get it, but let's not use those type of words if that's not really what happened, okay?
Just read the room. Down. His mom died in a fucking car accident.
That's the same way they're trying to take him out. He's in the United States.
But then also the fucking little devil in me is like, are they just trying to like rebrand themselves in the spotlight? And they were like, let's release this and make it seem worse than it was.
I don't think Meghan doesn't seem like she likes publicity like that. Harry doesn't either.
Or is that what she wants you to think?
I mean, she's already got him. What else does she want?
I don't know.
I think Harry...
Another Netflix special, more time at Tyler Perry's house.
I don't think they were ever at Tyler Perry's house.
They were hiding out there when they came to America.
But he wasn't there though, was it?
It was his house.
One of his mansions.
One of his mansions.
Well, I think even too with the whole Jamie Foxx thing, people are going rabid over Jamie Foxx. First of all, let me just say this. Whoever Jamie Foxx's PR is,
$1 million.
You need to
$1 billion.
That is the new Olivia Pope. That's
Jonathan Majors, please call his PR team.
Seriously, those people have been so tight-lipped, and I love it.
There has not a leak. People first remember all this happened. And they're like, it was drugs. It was a stroke. It was all of this shit.
They were saying.
But also, do you remember he's in the hospital? He's about to die, and then it was like he's been home for a month. What are you guys talking about?
And all his daughter did was post one post that said, "Hey, there was an incident that occurred. He is on his road to recovery," and she left it at that.
Corinne left it at that.
What was it? The people? Kevin on stage put him on blast, which I'm glad that he did. Not Rap TV or Rap whatever. I think it was Rap TV or whatever. Owned by a bunch of white ass people who report on nothing but black culture. Thank you, Kevin on stage, for putting them on blast and exposing who the hell they are. They were over here talking about, oh well, Jamie Foxx had a stroke. He's near death and blah blah blah. And his daughter had to come out and say, where the fuck are y'all getting these stories from? Then in the comments, people are like, well, that's their fault. They should have kept us updated.
We deserve to know the truth.
First of all, she wasn't asking for prayers for real, y'all. It's
she was just throwing a bone.
She was just saying, you know, the people on Facebook, don't ask no question. Just pray. Okay? Now, I know in the past, I have said, no, I need to know because I ain't praying. Same situation with Jamie Foxx. What's going on? Until you tell me what's going on, I don't know specifically what to pray for.
But man, I haven't heard so little in so long. No one knows what the fuck.
My dad's out here playing pickleball, and if I were Corinne, I would keep my mouth shut. I wouldn't give him nothing else. Let them run with whatever stories they want to. Whatever y'all think about Jamie Foxx, believe that shit.
Because you're not going to know till he's ready to tell you. And that shit, there's power in that shit. I hate it. I would love to know.
What if the man had a hemorrhoid surgery going wrong? Do you know how embarrassing that could be? Possibly. Mm-hmm. He don't want you to know he got hemorrhoids. Leave that man alone.
Like pulled threw out his back fucking someone.
Exactly. Like,
yeah, you can't leak that.
I mean, what if he zipped his penis in a zipper and it had to have surgery?
It's got gangrene.
He don't want foreigners gangrene. It happens all the time.
Happens all the time.
We're healthcare professionals. We know. Okay? Like, Jesus.
Ooh, I have a patient today with gangrene. He you know when they move and you don't smell the smell until you smell the smell?
Yeah, very true.
I had to pull my mat.
Yeah, I have, since I've been back at the bedside, I have had too many cases of foreigners gangrene.
How long would you let some shit fester before you were like, that shit looks dead, I gotta go to the hospital?
Well, I mean, they're men, and that's part of the problem.
Yeah,
so they just think, nasty. It'll go away. It's not that they're nasty. I think men just...
I'm saying it, you're nasty.
Well, I just think men have... There's either two complexes of men. There's the men that don't go to the doctor because they don't trust doctors because of what history has done, right? Okay. But then there are also men who are just like, that shit's gay. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I know I only know the doctor touching my ass. That's gay.
My favorite men are the men who are like, I have never been sick a day in my life till I came to this hospital.
And it's like, no, sir, you've always been sick.
No, you just never went to a doctor.
Yeah, you don't come out with just stage 17 cancer. So that's been there.
You have a stage 3 wound.
Yeah, like, I can see your bone. And you're just like, I've been healthy as a horse. No, you have not.
Have like horrible heart failure. Yeah. I've never had an issue till I got here. I'm like, are you short of breath all the time? They're like, yes.
Yeah, but that's normal.
It's normal.
But I'm a very active guy. I got to understand. No, you're out of breath when you're laying there watching TV, sir. Like, heart failure. It was there the whole time. You just didn't pay attention to it.
Shocker.
Yeah, but
prayers for Jamie Foxx.
I mean, I'm not praying
also
for
he's playing pickleball. Yeah. That's what they want us to think, and that's what we're going to think.
I think y'all should stop having expectations from these celebrities. Y'all don't. Here's the thing. We, as the consumers of art, music, whatever, we do not own these celebrities. It is not our business to know what goes on with these people. They are there to deliver a particular product to you that you either pay for or you consume. That is all you are, and you're not even entitled to that. This is why Sade ain't made no new music. And Rihanna, you're not entitled because you support them to them doing whatever it is you want them to do. It's nice when they do it and we're appreciative. However, lower your expectations, because when you start demanding stuff from people that you do not know, just because you support them does not matter. You're only going to delay and prolong the next thing that they do, because now you're ungrateful. They're going to make your ass sit for a long time and enjoy their lives.
Also, I need everyone to realize that what we see, the media we consume, is a filter.
It's not real.
Of what the fuck is actually going on.
Exactly.
They pay people specifically to be like, I want people to think this, so put out this. I want this image to be projected, so let's do these 5-6 things. Nothing is fucking real.
No, it's not.
Except for the dumbasses who get fucked up and hop on Instagram Live, and then, yeah, you're fucked. But the people who shut the fuck up and let their PR take care of it, this is not, it's like a matrix.
Absolutely. Because you're operating out of ego. Like, for some reason, you feel the need to control people. Like, you don't own these fucking people. You don't want nobody coming to you and telling you, we need a project today. Can I have some babies? I mean, can I
cannot
enjoy myself and go on vacation?
Love her little pregnancy belly.
Who?
Rihanna.
See,
love her.
Now you're going into the mental illness section.
I just love. She's so cute.
Right. But admire from far away.
Yes, I admire from far.
Don't go up and be like, I can babysit your baby. No, that's a mental illness.
Yes,
it's a mental illness.
It's like Swarm.
We're not gonna talk about her because she hasn't been captured. We don't want her coming after us. I'll tell you who else has mental illness that probably has been diagnosed but ignored. Ron DeSantis.
I would agree with that. Yes.
So we brought y'all last week about how Ron DeSantis is always with the fuck shit in the state of Florida, the beautiful state of Florida, the state that I am actually was born and raised in. And
Florida girl.
I'm not a Florida girl, but I'm definitely I wear 954 across my chest very proudly.
That's what you are, 954.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm Broward
Never
County.
knew that.
Broward County. Absolutely.
I feel like I've heard that on like a dispatch before.
There was a TV show about Broward County police women of Broward County.
Sounds all right.
Actually, one of my friends, her sister-in-law's twin was actually featured on that show.
That's really long.
I know.
I don't think you should even claim that.
Well, I'm just saying she was on the show. We had a classic.
Like my cousin's friend's brother's sister's.
Okay, I'll say it like this. She was a classmate of mine.
Roommate was in a show with another girl who knows a girl from college who was also sisters.
Okay, I'll say it like this.
From a show.
We had a sociology class together. So a former classmate of mine.
Thank you.
And
much closer. Okay. Much closer.
Anyway, but anywho, so Ron DeSantis, as we know, is doing a whole lot of stupid shit with immigration, with African American studies and stuff like that. Well, recently he put into law or signed into law a mandate to teach AAPI classes in high schools. And so this one,
and as we all know, AAPI is
Asian American Pacific Islander.
Nice.
History in
on
these
the
classes.
Backs of people being upset that they are not allowed to teach.
No, it's not on the backs of people being upset. It's on the backs of him stripping away knowledge and basically stripping away the ability for children to learn about African American history, aka American history.
The controversy was about.
So there's a TikToker named Amy Chin, and she actually brought up a very good point at how she's Asian herself. What type of Asian she is, it doesn't matter. She's Asian. Anyway, she was talking about So she was talking about how she was giving a call to all her Asian brothers and sisters, like, listen, I hope y'all understand that him mandating AAPI history being taught in high schools and taking out African American history is a direct correlation to him trying to pit yet again, Asians and black people against each other for his own agenda. So if y'all haven't noticed that now, black people and Asians, we needs to come together because we're still all minorities, right? Amen. Amen.
And all the Lord's people said.
Amen. Well, also too, the Lord's people, aka the NAACP, has sent out travel advisories for people traveling to the state of Florida as a result of Ron DeSantis fuck shit.
No Disney World. No Miami. It breaks my heart to say.
Well, here's the thing. Ron DeSantis is going against Disney, and I'm just like, dude, you're going to lose that battle.
That's a lot of money to go up against.
That's a lot of history to go up against.
Yeah.
First of all, you're not going to win it. Nobody has ever gone against Disney in this manner.
Murdoch, come on.
You're not gonna win. You're wasting. Number one, you're wasting resources. Number two, you're wasting money. You're wasting time, and Disney is still thriving. Because guess what?
Are you kidding?
Disney is in the pockets of everybody.
Everybody.
Like
Disney, ABC, come on. Huge.
That's like going after the Rockefeller family. You're never going to win. Or going after BlackRock.
You were going to say like going after The Rock. And I was like, yeah, Dwayne. It's like going after Dwayne.
Black Adam wasn't really good. So, I think he's a little humbled.
I wouldn't stick my flag on that.
No, definitely not. So the NAACP has definitely sent out an advisory to all people traveling, specifically people of color, specifically black people, to be careful in the state of Florida. My family lives there, so they have.
I was just gonna say, are you gonna go back to Florida?
Hell no. Even if Ron DeSantis was gone, I still wouldn't go back to Florida.
Oh, okay.
Once you grow up somewhere, and again, I've lived in both North Florida and South Florida. There's no reason for me to go back. There's nothing there other than my family. Like, cost of living is way too expensive. Publix I can find in other states.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, won't be going back to Florida. No. Also, too, I'll tell you something that's on a positive that relates to our job to a degree. The FDA has actually relaxed its ban on blood donation from gay and bisexual men.
That is very interesting.
That in the year of our Lord 2023.
Not interesting that that it makes sense. Interesting that they would do it at all, because I feel like they've just been such a hard no on that for so long.
Mm-hmm. Because as we know, HIV and AIDS is not a gay disease, and everybody's affected by it. And so,
can't they just test your blood to see if is it in a blood test?
What?
HIV?
If you have to ask that means that you haven't been tested for that in a while. When's the last time you got tested for HIV?
I don't know. Well, last time they just test the whole panel, right?
No, you have to ask for that test specifically.
Do I need an HIV test?
Yes, you do. You need to do every year. You work in healthcare, ma'am.
Ugh, I do work in healthcare.
Even if you ain't hunching, you work in healthcare.
I don't know that I have an HIV test.
You need to get an HIV test. Everybody out there needs to get an HIV test.
Now I feel like I have HIV.
It's not how it works.
I have it.
It's not the blood of Jesus. Do not speak that over yourself and put that into the atmosphere.
I only say that because I have a patient with HIV who didn't know they have HIV. And the shittiest way to find out you have HIV is to be at the hospital and then be like, yes, you have HIV.
Here's the thing.
I think about it all the time. I think about it all the time.
So I had a patient, and she wasn't specifically my well, she was, because it would be a HIPAA violation if she wasn't. Anyway, but this was before I was a PT, and I was a CNA, and I worked in a private practice OBGYN office. And this young lady, she was pregnant, and of course, we received all the results, and you put them in and all this other kind of stuff. So of course I get the stack for the day. I'm going through, see whose test results are positive, negative, because I'm putting them in the system. So this is why I knew the information. So of course, anything that's positive is, if it's an STD, it has to go to the physician. We have to notify the health department because they have to do their due diligence in notifying the partners of these people. Hey, this person tested positive for this particular STI, STD, da da da. So the HIV result came back as positive. And so, of course, I send this to the physician, and they were like, hey, let's make sure that the lab got this correct. Let's ask them to do a Western blot, which, as we all know, a Western blot.
I hate to tell someone they have HIV when
and
they
it's
don't.
not real. Exactly. So they did all the confirmation testing, and absolutely it came back that she was HIV positive. So then we had the wonderful task of calling her to say, hey, we need you to come back to speak about your results. And this is sometimes why we cannot give results over the phone, okay? Because when sensitive stuff like that, you need to
and that's when you know when they ask you to come back in.
Not necessarily,
but I'm always like,
something's
these
wrong.
Stories like this are always going when the doctor calls and they're like, hey, can you come back in? I'm like, I'm fucked.
And people are like, just think that they want to get the copay. They want a second copay. That's all they want.
So, I just think it's insurance.
So she kept telling the nurse, she was like, well, I know it's something bad, because why would y'all want to call me in? If it was something good, y'all wouldn't want to call me in. We were like, no, it's routine. We do it for everybody, which is why they do it to everybody, even negative results. And so she came in and she just kept saying, I know it's something bad. I know it's something bad, because I had to be the one to take her blood pressure and her weight and all that kind of stuff. She's like, I know it's something bad. So the doctor tells her, of course, she goes in the room, and apparently her partner already knew and just didn't say anything. He had a suspicion that he had it and didn't tell her.
Come on.
So, and she was a very young girl, and I just felt so bad for her. And I was just like, damn, like, this is somebody that's your boyfriend, and you're like, he's coming to all your appointments and that you trust, and it's insane. But again, going back to the whole ban, the reason why they, of course, banned homosexuals from donating blood is because, again, the whole stigma of HIV, that it's a gay disease, and it's not. So yeah, it's crazy. But as a healthcare professional, I'm telling you,
COVID really put some things into perspective.
Anytime you walk out of a room and your glove is like torn or something, you're just like, what do I have? Oh my God. Even if you don't even have a pinprick or anything like that. It's just, this is why we have to get our vaccines so often.
Oh, I'm paranoid that I'm going to get something at the hospital.
I pray I don't. No,
I'm not going to. I'm just paranoid that I will.
Because you're a hypochondriac.
Yeah.
I think all of us are.
That's like when you walk out of the lace room and you're like, I got it.
Absolutely.
I got the lace. I can
feel it. Absolutely.
Ooh,
absolutely.
It's always,
as soon as you walk in the room, you start itching. Everything starts to itch. You're like, I got it.
The lice rooms, anything contact, I'm like, it's me now. I got it.
C. diff, your stomach starts bubbling. You're like, goddamn.
Yeah.
I knew I washed my hands, but what the hell is going on? But yeah, so the FDA, I think the FDA should just completely take the ban off. That's stupid. The fact that you're relaxing the ban, you need to take it off completely. Like, I think we've more than proven, I think science has more than proven, and the data and research has more than proven that HIV is not a gay person's disease, despite what the baby had to say. His concert, I'm just saying.
Despite the baby.
Because we all know he's not evidence-based.
Well, yeah, because just because I swap bodily fluids with someone who may have swapped bodily fluids with someone who got their bodily fluids from someone who is homosexual
That doesn't mean
that doesn't mean
it's a gay disease.
That doesn't mean it's a gay disease because it's just bodily fluid.
Exactly.
Bodily fluid doesn't have a gender.
They don't discriminate.
They don't discriminate.
They're just
fluid
there.
is fluid.
Exactly.
What if you're at an orgy?
Exactly.
What if someone spits in your mouth?
What if you had a sore, somebody else had a sore, you're bumping sores? I hate bumping sores because you just never know. You just never know. Don't bump your sores.
Don't bump your sores. Yeah, that's true. That's kind of an outdated.
Like when you work with people with HIV, especially people who already know that they have the diagnosis, to me, as a healthcare professional, I try to treat them even more normal than possible because I know that there's a certain judgment, unfortunately, that comes with when any test comes back positive. It's almost like when a cancer patient gets a cancer diagnosis.
Everyone's like, ooh.
And everybody's like,
yikes,
oh, let me just like treat you like this. And it's like, no, treat me like a normal human being, or quote unquote, just treat me like a human being. Don't treat me as a diagnosis. Treat me as a human being. Like I don't do excuse me. We're all supposed to be using standard precautions anyway, or universal precautions anyway, using gloves and treating you know how when we first came up in medicine, they were just like, treat everybody as if they have HIV or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or like a contagious disease that's incurable. And I'm just like, for people who do have HIV, I think you do have to be a little bit more diligent with how you deal with them because of the stigma that comes along with HIV.
Have you ever had a patient with AIDS?
Yes, I have.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. I've never had a patient with AIDS. I've only had patients with HIV.
Really? I've had patients with AIDS, and it's like some of them were not as bad off as they make AIDS sound out AIDS to be.
Sounds awful.
It does. And two, but I mean, I've had people who, have come in and have been AIDS positive or full-blown AIDS, and they come in with pneumonia, and you're just like, okay, I know textbook what this means possibly, but then they may get over it. You know what I mean? They may heal from it.
Is it Philadelphia?
Oh, yeah.
That's like AIDS to me because I don't know anybody with AIDS. And so I'm like, fuck.
Yeah. I mean, and then you get some patients that come in with what is it? Kaposi sarcoma and stuff like that. But I mean, I've definitely worked with patients with full blown AIDS, and to me, it's no different from any other patient. It really is not. I mean, I think most people would like to think that it is, but it's not. You coming in, you have a particular disease or disorder, and we're trying to help you through this, whatever crisis it is, right, whatever symptoms that you're having, and that's really it. I mean,
to me, it's just like, I just don't know the percentage of people that transition from HIV to AIDS because I only see people with HIV.
Well, in my career personally, I have not had a whole ton of them switch from HIV.
I'm like, what?
But also, I haven't been following them either.
It's a markers thing, right? Like, they transition you once you hit a certain
once your T cell count and all that.
They say it's AIDS and it's not HIV.
Yeah.
Okay.
But everybody with AIDS, full-blown AIDS, well, at least the patient population that I have seen, everybody with AIDS do not look the stereotypical, like, skinny, sunken face. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't look like that. Right. Why do you keep comparing everything to Ozempic?
You just got that
Those people look amazing.
Those gaunt ass faces.
Well, because they just have no fat on their face. That's
they
all.
Just haven't eaten in like 6 years.
Exactly. But I mean, I think the fact that they still even have some restrictions on blood altogether, like as far as like,
it just seems very dated.
It is, and it's very
Considering
homophobic.
You could just run the blood test to know if the blood's okay.
I mean, it goes back to the same thing of like back in the in what was it, World War I? I think it was a World War II, where they were banning black people being able to give blood. Like, oh, your blood is tainted. Like, what the fuck? The men are dying and they need blood.
Well, that's what I'm thinking about. Like COVID. Like, didn't y'all need blood during COVID?
Exactly.
That's not when this restriction got lifted. They were desperate for
If
blood.
anything, I wouldn't want to have no COVID blood. Shit, all this cardiomyopathy these people getting. That's true.
Saying.
The pure blood.
The pure blood. Ooh, I bet you in like 10 years, people are going to sell their pure unvaccinated blood.
I definitely think so. It's a dystopian universe is waiting to happen. Yeah. Absolutely. And there's going to be a scanner that AI is going to create to scan you to see if you've been vaccinated.
Or like, we'll all be on like iron lungs or something. And we'll be like, well, we got the COVID vaccine in 2023.
You will be on a COVID lung. I won't be on that because I am healed. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus.
Amen.
Anyway, what were we telling about Northwest before we get out of here?
I need y'all to remember that celebrity children are children, is all I need to say about that. There was a lot of commotion in the comments of, well, okay, let's say this. Kim Kardashian went to the Lakers game with Northwest. She's been going out a lot with North. I really love that. They're bonding. Mm-hmm. And North had a sign that said Tristan Thompson, because Tristan Thompson, for all intents and purposes, is her uncle, basically. Technically. He's the father of her cousins, multiple, right? And he's been around, like, and this could all be, who the fuck cares, PR or whatever, but he's been pictured a lot with them at family events lately. Mm-hmm. That's her. She's grown up with him. She knows the girl is 9. True. People in the comments of these pictures are, I can't believe that. Doesn't she know he's a piece of shit? He's a cheater. Da 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 da. She's supporting him. This is so fake. She's 9 years old. She's at a fucking basketball game where this man she's known her entire life.
She doesn't even know what cheating
is playing. She can hold a sign with his name.
Oh my God.
Y'all are acting like he stole the Mona Lisa. He's openly endorsing Hitler. He cheated on Chloe, who cheated on all these other people.
Y'all
too.
Daddies cheated on y'all mama.
Their business.
So what's the point? You still love your daddy?
Leave this little girl alone. She is 9 years old. That's all I have to say. There's something about it. Like, people don't get that these kids are kids.
They're kids.
And they didn't ask to grow up like this.
Exactly.
Because then everyone's like, you're a celebrity. You asked for this. She didn't fucking ask for this.
No, she really didn't. I don't think anybody would ask to have Kanye as a dad.
No.
And Kim Kardashian as a mom.
That would be a hell of a drop.
Ooh, Jesus.
The comments are wild.
It's the same thing like with Blue that they, did with Blue Ivy years ago, talking about her hair. And I'm like, this girl is a child.
All she did was be born.
That's all she did was be born into the right family. Some of us wish we were born to Beyonce.
I wish I could bet on Sidney Poitier art.
I'm trying to tell you, it's crazy. Like, people are weird. I'm telling you, mental health. This is the month of May. We spoke about it in the very beginning of our episode starting in May. This is National Mental Health Awareness Month.
Take care of yourself.
Y'all need to take advantage of some services because y'all expectations of these celebrity kids is really scary. It's scary. You're weird. Seek help immediately. Anyway, last thing we want to talk about before we get out of here. Anything you've been watching real quick?
I just saw the remake of White Men Can't Jump.
Why do we need to keep redoing movies?
Unfortunately, it wasn't bad.
Have you seen the original?
Parts of it.
Okay, I want you to go back and watch the original as an adult now.
Okay.
Because I've watched White Man Can't Jump as a kid and as an adult.
It's different.
And they mean two totally different things now.
This was just, how there's some movies they make now, like Netflix movies that
Who played Mookie?
You're asking a
and
lot.
Rosie Perez's character.
Because they're all different now.
The original was Wesley Snipes, Patrick Swayze, and Rosie Perez.
Not Patrick
Swayze. Lord Jesus. What's his name?
Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson.
So the thing is, Jack Harlow plays Woody Harrelson's character. I know. Hear me out.
What?
Hear me out. I was thrown off and disgusted.
Wow.
It's not the train wreck you think it would be.
Okay. That's comforting, I guess.
Because I had very low hopes. So Cinqua Walls, who is from the game.
Let me see.
Plays Wesley Snipes' character.
They just got a random dark man.
Yes. But come on.
Oh, he's beautiful. He's a beautiful man.
Jack Harlow plays the white guy. Tiana Taylor's in. I love Tiana Taylor.
Tiana Taylor plays Rosie Perez's character?
The wife, yeah.
She's a great actress, but no. You see, you got to keep another Hispanic woman.
Oh, no. But it's just, and Vince Staples is in it. It's real strange. But because it's present day.
Yeah.
So the comedic timing was good. I think the script was Kenya Barris your favorite person. So it's just another. We get it, Kenya. You're fucking half white. We get it.
And that's what it felt like.
But it wasn't bad, and there were good jokes in it, and I thought it was better than I thought it was going to be, because sometimes it can be filmed and you feel like it's a Lifetime movie.
Yeah.
And it didn't feel like that.
And they're dragging it out.
And Jack Harlow did better than I thought he was going to do. So
I just want to know, what is the purpose of, like, okay, here's the thing. Everybody in Hollywood, I know y'all on strike right now, so you might not see this. Here's the thing that I really want y'all to understand.
Because they're on strike.
I hope maybe you just came across YouTube. But I really want y'all to start giving people an opportunity who are creative, who have off the wall, absolutely amazing scripts of things that have not been done. We have had enough shows about 4 girlfriends who are living their lives, navigating through the world. It's all coming back to living single, okay? Which all comes back to Golden Girls, okay? Which all comes back to Designing Women, to Girlfriends, to Insecure, to The Big Bang Theory, to Friend. It's all the same. Living Single is top tier, let's be clear. But anyway, because it's my favorite show of all time. All I'm saying is that you don't have to keep redoing and rebooting. There's so many talented writers. There's so many talented writers that are out there that are waiting for a shot, and y'all keep letting Kenya Barris, who is the El Presidente of all things mixed race, keep redoing shit. We get it, Kenya. Sir, you are amazing at what you do. We got Fowler sitting right here. She's a representation of the half white, half black.
And you know what?
We get
I loved it.
Well, of course, because he's your people. But all I'm saying is we get it.
To the right people.
We get it. You're white and black. We get it. Okay?
What
we
Kenya
don't need
Barris
another
will
thing.
do is give you a fine-ass black man and a goofy-ass white motherfucker and make the script pretty good. And that's what I expected.
He's a great writer, but what I'm saying is that we've seen it before.
True.
We don't want to stop rebooting classics. They're classics for a reason.
That is true. This didn't give that. It gave New Age something else, but it was.
Well, then call it something else. Don't call it White Man Can Jump Part 2 or whatever they called it.
Yeah, that's what
the reboot of what. Don't call it that, because we know what it really is.
Okay, well, speaking of brand new shit that I've never seen before that is also good, I started watching Silo on Apple TV.
I heard that was good.
I have no idea what the fuck is going on, but it's great. I can't stop watching it. It's got Rashida Jones.
Universe.
It is dystopian universe. I think Common's in it. I haven't gotten to that part yet. I'll watch anything with him.
Oh, he's not too busy dating other people?
Dating Jennifer Hudson and everybody else. No, he took a break to do this show. But it's basically, there is this silo in the ground, right? And it starts, these people are like, we don't know why we're here. We don't know who built this. We don't know how it came, but we're here. And we know it looks like shit on the outside, like radioactive, like Wall-E, you remember? It looks like that outside. But if anyone asks to go outside, you have to let them. So you come in at this point where...
But once you go outside, you can't come back
Once you go outside, you can't come back. That's the risk you got to take. The sheriff, you come in at a point where the sheriff's wife has supposedly found out this information, and she's like, I got to go outside. And he's like, what? She goes outside. Then he goes to join her a couple years later because he's like, I got to go see her. That's where the show starts, and it's really good.
Cool beans.
And you would like it because it's
dystopian.
Dystopian, yeah.
I love like apocalyptic type stuff because it gives you a lot of information, survival tips.
Okay.
Who knows? I'll probably be the first one to go. Who knows? I have all this information in my head and be like, do something stupid like, oh, wait, I got to turn back around and get my gun. Goddamn. Damn, we were missing her.
The Last of Us really put things in perspective for me.
I'm waiting for it to come back.
I was like, I'm not going to make it.
I mean,
I need a Joel.
I think I'll make it for a while.
No. If I had a group of people, I could make it for a while.
Yeah, because I'll sacrifice somebody.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But I can't if I have to climb up mountains, I'm not making it. If I have to run really fast, I'm not making it. So I'm definitely not gonna do that. But I can survive. I can survive at the camp. I can hold the camp down.
Yeah. Once there's a community that's built.
Absolutely. I can help build a community and hold it down. I'm a great shot. I can shoot. I'm a shooter. I'm good with that. Hand-to-hand combat.
You're a track star.
But I can't do hand-to-hand combat for very long. Like
you got like 2 punches in you?
I got probably like 17. Okay. That's it. That's all you're gonna get. That's all you're gonna get. But yeah, anything else one last thing we want to talk about before we get out of here. So as y'all know, Fowler and I work in healthcare. And we see a lot of different things. We talk to a lot of different people on a regular basis, right?
What all happened? Oh, okay.
Here's what I need for all men to do. All men.
Oh my God, I could go on and on.
I don't care what race you are. I don't care what generation you're from. I don't care how old you are. I need you all to stop talking shit about your significant others when you're in the hospital. Unless you're getting abused. If you are getting abused, please let us know.
You get a pass.
We are mandated reporters, and we will let your social worker know as well as a nurse so that an APS case can be, solidified and drawn up. But I need for men to stop talking shit about your wives, especially to your therapist, physical and occupational therapist.
You can talk to your real therapist.
Talk to your real therapist about that. But I have had so many patients this past week talk so much shit about their wives. It's like, this crazy bitch. Oh, this fucking lady. Do
you want me to agree with you?
I'm like, oh, so you live by yourself? Unfortunately not. Whoa. Who do you live with? My fucking wife. Whoa.
Hey,
whoa.
To having to hold baby.
So death do you part, sir. I know you may not like her every day, but god damn.
The men this week have really been...
They've been on one. Is Mercury in retrograde or something?
I don't know if it's... We're in Gemini season now. I don't know what's going on. Listen, I know this isn't particular to our job. We are in a male-dominated field, which is weird because there's so many women who work in healthcare, but still, like, men are at the very top. The men are in the
administration.
Right. But, like, there's so many women everywhere who know what they're fucking doing.
Yeah.
So when I walk into a room and a man is just, like, a complete asshole to me, dismisses me, is super fucking rude no matter what I say, and then the man standing next to me says the exact same thing with less finesse, and then this man in front of me is like, oh, okay, why didn't you see that? My IBS acts up. I hate it. What is it?
I think it's kind of like a relatability thing.
No,
it is.
I'm not doing it.
And
Boo.
only because remember I had my student who we thought was pure white, but he's black.
And you know what? That still to this day gets me every time.
Yeah. So I had a student who he wore the blue scrubs and everything, super tall guy, right? And so we would walk in. I'm introducing myself as Monica, the physical therapist, and I'm introducing him as so and so, the doctoral of physical therapy intern,
as
right?
lowest on the totem pole.
Mind you, I got a whole ass doctorate, right? The same degree he's trying to get and paying for to be here to get. And then the men would look at him and be like, so, hey, doc, tell me this. Tell me blah, 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 blah. And so I would just stand there like, I'm going to wait until he gives you a bullshit answer because he don't know because he's still in training. And so they would look at him and be like, oh, Monica's my CI, so she would know the answer. They're like, oh, who are you again?
I will give him that. He was very good about not...
Well, he had no choice. He didn't know the answer.
That's true. He wasn't always bigger than his britches,
True.
which I can appreciate.
True.
But some of these men...
I think they don't like to take, some men are embarrassed that they don't have the knowledge that women have. Or to be without, I think it's like a hit to their ego. When they don't know something, they have a problem with telling you that they don't know. And so they don't want to hear it from you because then it's emasculating to them. I'm assuming, I'm not a man, I don't have a penis, I don't know.
My issue is, I think when I'm genuinely being caring and not an asshole to you, and you come at me with asshole energy because you just don't want to listen to what the fuck I have to say.
Yeah.
So the person with the Y chromosome next to me tells you the exact same fucking thing, but you're more receptive to it. And I'm going to let it happen because at the end of the day, like...
You're going to have to come back to me.
You're going to have to come back to me. This is all free. Like, whatever gets the job done, whatever, I could care less. Like, this is just another... Like, we just need to get this shit done. But I'm always like, it annoys the shit out of me.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. It does annoy me because even when doctors come in and they're just like... And they see me... like with a patient on the toilet specifically, right? As a PT, and they're just like, oh, are you the CNA for the day? Okay. The fact that you automatically, and this is not a hierarchy thing, because I used to be a CNA. So I think once a CNA, always a CNA, right? But the fact that you assume that I am a CNA and not a clinician is a problem. Like that to me is rooted in misogyny, misogynoir, and racism.
We're all thinking it.
Just saying that.
I will say, though, I am a hypocrite because if I had two doctors in front of me and one of them was a black woman, I would 100% be like, what do you have to say? Strong black woman? And then excuse the man because I just trust
Absolutely.
women more.
Well, because you are a woman.
Yeah, and I would trust one more. So then I do understand it. It just still pisses me off.
Yeah, but I think racially, I think that's acceptable. Like if you see another black person, or even if you saw your phenotypical.
Come on.
Let's use somebody else.
Me.
Okay.
Yeah. If I saw a mixed race woman in a hospital.
If you saw a mixed race woman in the hospital.
I wouldn't trust her for shit.
Why not? You're a mixed race.
I don't trust
That's discrimination against your own people.
I trust a black woman over a mixed woman.
Oh, absolutely. I'll trust a black
100%.
woman over anything. But I'm just saying, like, if that's why white people trust each other, that's why Asians trust each other in healthcare more, because they're like, you're my people. And even too with patients, a lot of times patients do better with their own kind. Last week there was a patient who one of the therapists was like, hey, he doesn't like white people. He legit does not like white people. And I was like, yes, give me this patient.
That's my man.
That's my patient. And guess what he did? He cooperated for me because I'm a black woman. And not because I'm a woman, but just I'm a black person to him. So of course, if I'm telling him to do something, he's going to cooperate more than if I'm telling a white person to do something. So a lot of times they do respond better to their own race of people. I know I do. I purposefully seek out black physicians and black care providers because I need to trust what you're saying, because you're operating off of you're operating under the guise of being a black person in healthcare and being on the other side of that. So I know that you're not, I don't know, but I hope that you won't lead me astray versus the white people are just like, oh, I'll just take some ibuprofen and call it a day. Because they're going to think I don't feel pain anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, these are facts. It's not just an opinion. But,
and it's never the race thing for me, because that I can completely understand. It's the gender thing.
The gender thing is always going to be there.
I just fucking hate it.
Because you'll have interns that walk in and residents that walk in, and they're with their female attending, and the men will still go and divert. And here's the thing: the woman physician is looking at them and talking to them the whole time. They're looking at the man.
Trash.
And while the man is just like, I don't know what the fuck you're looking at me. I'm just an intern. I don't know what I'm doing. She's in charge. And she'd be like, are you hearing what I'm saying? Well, yeah, doc, this is what I'm saying. And they keep talking to the dude. So it's like, but yeah, I think it's just a man thing.
This is a man's world.
We don't have penises, so I guess they don't think we have valuable information.
I'm telling y'all, if I had a penis,
What would be the first thing you would do if you had a penis?
Ooh, what wouldn't I do? I'd do some wild shit.
Name 3 things you would do if you had a penis?
If I had a penis, I'd probably just punch someone in the face because I fucking could.
Because you have the strength to do it?
Yeah, because I'd have the strength to fucking do it.
True.
I'd go in a bar, fucking punch someone in the face.
Yeah.
And then I'd act like they were the problem. I'd gaslight the fuck out of some girl I knew was obsessed with me just to fucking do it.
I love that.
Then I'd treat her like she wasn't shit. Then I'd probably call her 2 months later. I'd go get an MBA and I'd start a business career. Those are the things I would do.
Specifically, you would just go get a random MBA.
I'd go get an MBA and I would go to be a business person.
You know, you can do that now. I have one.
But I don't have a penis.
Well, I mean, I don't have a penis, but I have an MBA. But yeah.
I would just go do some business shit and be like, yeah, I'm a man in business. What about it?
Yeah.
What would you do if you had a penis?
Specifically, I had a white penis because I don't think it would work with a black penis.
Oh, you like a hot dog, huh? Nice.
Yeah. Well, I mean, no, the power that comes along with a white penis.
Oh,
yeah, racially. I would walk up into any bank and just get a loan.
Ooh,
just because.
hot take.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I would walk up. I would automatically go to the CEO and be like, I need a promotion today, or I'm walking out of this bitch.
Yeah.
And then I'd probably just play with it all day or something.
Just like swing helicopter.
Just to see what the obsession is with men and their penises, because men play with their penises
always
all
hands,
the time.
Always. I want y'all to know, the second we put y'all into a coma, the second you have a stroke and your brain's a little scrambled, your hands go straight to your dick.
They do all the time.
I don't know what it is. It's like a beacon.
Yeah.
Right there.
Like, because women, I mean, we have boobs, but we don't touch our boobs like that. I mean, we may readjust our bra. I never walk into a room and see a female patient with her hands on her tits. Or even playing with herself.
But
like, never.
I could not even tell you how many times I walk into a room and a man has his hand in his pants.
Absolutely. Always. But I guess maybe it's just something to play with because it's just hanging there. Some people.
Comfort, like a little.
I guess. They're just like, oh, it's warm. But I'm like, yeah, but women don't do that.
Hold it close.
Yeah, but it's, I mean, I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know.
But
it's
yeah.
a weird thing. Anyway, but that's what I do. But yeah, definitely go and get a loan.
Nice. We would take over the world.
Absolutely. Anywho, well, anything else we can talk about before
now
we get
that
out
we've
here?
talked about that?
Absolutely. Y'all, it's Fowler's birthday this week.
Tell me
y'all show her some love in the comments.
Venmo, Zelle, Cash App.
Absolutely.
Apple Pay.
Send her comments
Bitcoin.
and stuff. All that good kind of stuff. Y'all wish her a happy birthday. She's almost 30, y'all. She's almost 30.
I don't want to talk about it.
And I'm on this struggle bus with her because I'm telling you, when that 30 hits, whew, your knees going to go to a different level.
I know. I'm trying to... 29, I'm going to just be feral, rampant, all the negative adjectives. I'm just going to go crazy. This is the last year.
It's so much more different than what you're doing now, but yeah.
I would not consider myself rampant nor feral at this point.
Yeah, because you're living it, but through the lens of someone else. Absolutely.
Well, get ready, buddy, because we're going to ramp it up for the next 365. All right?
I love it.
She's going to go crazy.
I love it. I'm happy for you.
She won't be stopped.
Okay. Speaking in third person. All right, y'all. Y'all have an amazing week on purpose. Y'all remember to spread love.
Spread light.
And don't forget to laugh your face off.
Thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of The Face Off with Fleming and Fowler. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at The Face Off Pod. Be sure to tune in to The Face Off every Tuesday where new episodes are released.